Welcome back to the online sessions on fuzzy logic. In the previous sessions, we have completed the fuzzy relationship for a crisp sets. Okay, whereas the fuzzy relationship for a crisp set is normally going to be an ordered pair of the set of the relationship, ordered pair of the base relationship based on certain criteria is known as a fuzzy set relationship that we normally can going to speak about. Now we can form the basic relationship for a crisp set as something like q2 of AB is equal to 1 comma 2 1 comma 3 1 comma 4 2 comma 3 based on the relationship that is second element is greater than the first element. So like this we can simply form the relationship for the crisp sets. Okay, so this is what we discussed in the previous class, and we have made a relational matrix based on these particular relationships. Okay, second element greater than the first element, and this relationship we have made. Wherever there is a relationship that holds good, there we normally going to have one over there. That is how we have written over here. That means A is going to have 1, B is going to have 2. Now there is a relation between these two for this particular criteria of second element greater than the first element, so it will be having a value 1 here. So like this we have made a relationship for the crisp sets. Similarly, we made relationship for the another type of criteria, that is first element is equal to the second element. We're going to get such a matrix relationship. So next in the today's session, we try to understand the relationships for the fuzzy sets now. Okay. So how we'll do for the fuzzy sets, we'll see now. In the previous session, we have done with this Cartesian product for the crisp sets, where we have written this cross product of A and B is equal to ordered pair of the elements of A with elements of B for all x comma y order belongs to capital X comma capital X cross Y. So this is the relationship which we have found out in the crisp kind of sets. Now we should go for the same Cartesian product for the fuzzy sets. Let us go with this same relationship for the fuzzy sets. One thing we have to keep in mind in the Cartesian sets, that what we did is, it is an ordered pair. X comma y should be an ordered pair. That is what an important point which we have concluded in the last session. So where we have said as, where we can say this as Cartesian product of crisp sets A and B with universe of discourse capital X and Y respectively is the crisp set of all ordered pairs x comma y, such that this small x belongs to capital X, small y belongs to capital Y. It is denoted by A cross B and can be defined as something like this. And for fuzzy sets, how do we normally do this process? Now already we discussed the fuzzy sets as normally going to have one more extra feature, that is known as the belongingness. So this belongingness is defined by using the membership function. The belongingness or degree of belongingness is totally dependent on the membership function. So therefore this A cross B, I can write it for fuzzy sets when A and B are fuzzy sets as ordered pair x comma y of A and B comma the member function, the membership function of A cross B for the ordered pair xy, we can write like this. Okay, whereas this membership function for the cross Cartesian product or a cross product A cross B, we can write as equal to minimum of membership function of A and membership function of B, I can write. If you follow this order A cross B, if you interchange the order A cross B to B cross A, then we can write minimum of membership function of B comma membership function of A, we can write. Okay, now for the present example, we are writing it A cross B. Therefore, we'll write membership function of A cross B as minimum of membership function of A comma membership function of B, we can write. So let us write this relationship now with an example. So we'll take an example of, once again, same example, a discrete fuzzy set. So we'll consider A and B are going to be the discrete fuzzy sets, where this x1, x2, x3 are going to be the universe of discourse for x, and a y1, y2 are going to be the universe of discourse for y, capital Y. And we can define the fuzzy sets A and B as something like this. A is equal to 0.2 by x1 plus 0.5 by x2 plus 1 by x3. B is equal to 0.3 by y1 and plus 0.9 by y2. So all these elements are going to have belongingness of 0 between 0 to 1 only. Okay, so here also 0 to 1 only, right? So we are writing according to that. So we have taken two fuzzy sets A and B with universe of discourse X as something like x1, x2, x3. Y is going to be as small y1 and y2 respectively. And we have taken A is going to be like this, B is going to be like this. And next we should find out the membership function for the A cross B, which is nothing but a minimum of mu A of x comma mu B of x. Now we can expand this entire function. A cross B is equal to what we can have. X1, Y1, membership function of AB of X1, Y1 will write. That means between X1 and Y1, which is smaller. In these two, 0.2 is smaller. So 0.2 will be coming over here. X1, comma Y1, comma, the degree of relationship. It's 0.2 I can have, because minimum of 0.2 and 0.3 is 0.2 I can have. Then similarly, odd dot pair means what? X1, Y1, X1, Y2, X1, Y3 is the odd dot pair. Y3 is not there, so we stop with X1, Y1, X1, Y2 only. Then X2, Y1, X2, Y2. Similarly, X3, Y1, X3, Y2 we can have. So accordingly, we are going to get this relationship, which is known as a fuzzy relationship, which is going to add an extra fuzzy relationship is going to add extra element here, which speaks about degree of associativity or degree of availability. Okay, like that we can normally speak about, which is going to be the fuzzy set relationship. So therefore here x1 y1, even if you see x1 y1, it is 0.2 0.3 I can write. So minimum of 0.2 0.3 is 0.2 I can have. Then x1 y2, x1 y2 minimum of 0.2 and 0.9 is 0.2 once again, so 0.2 I'll be having. The next is x2 y1, minimum of 0.5 and 0.3 is 0.3 I can write. And x2 y2, so I can write x2 y2 and x2 y2 minimum of x2 y2 is 0.5 and 0.9, 0.5 is minimum, I can write 0.5. Similarly, x3 y1, so x3 y1 minimum of x3 value is 1, so y1 is 0.3, so minimum of 1 and 0.3 is obviously 0.3. Finally, x3 and y2, so minimum value is 0.9, I'll be having here as 0.9 here between these two. So this is what the A cross B relation of the fuzzy set. And in terms of matrix, what we can write, A is going to be one of the fuzzy set, B is another fuzzy set. Now x1, x2, x3 are the members of fuzzy set A, and y1, y2 are the members of fuzzy set B. Now x1, x2 is having a relation 0.2, x1, y1 is 0.2. Similarly, x1, y2 is also 0.2. So then x2, y1 is 0.3. Similarly, x2, y2 relation is 0.5. x2, y2 is 0.5. x3, y1 is 0.3 relationship. And x3, y2 relationship is 0.5. So this is the degree of the belongingness between x1 and between x1, x2, x3 and y1, y2, y3. So this matrix is known as the relation matrix or relational matrix between A and B. So this is what the basic fuzzy set relationship that we can normally going to write, and this relationship can be called as mu A cross B of x comma y is the basic fuzzy set relationship that we can really take up here. In the next session, now here in this session, we normally going to use both the operations of the fuzzy sets in order to find out the fuzzy relationships. So therefore, we have various operations for the fuzzy sets defined earlier called as union, intersection and complement are the various operations which were defined for the fuzzy sets. So we can perform various operations, and with the operations we can normally bring into the relations of the fuzzy sets. In the previous sessions, just now in the previous session, we discussed about the change or a difference in the fuzzy relationships in comparison with the crisp set relationships. In the fuzzy relationships, we're going to have extra parameter that is normally going to be the degree of belongingness represented by using the membership function is normally used. Now, we normally going to combine fuzzy relationships with the operations with the fuzzy set operations. That is union, intersection, complement, and containment. So let us try to go with the union operations. So let us suppose here, let R and S be the crisp relations defined on the space X cross Y or X into Y, which is known as the Cartesian product. Then the union is defined by R union S. That means this is nothing but the relationship. This is nothing but the relationship. R is nothing but a crisp relation. S is going to be the crisp relation on the space X cross Y. And if you, these relations can be once again used with the operations. You can perform operations on these relations. That is union operation. T is equal to R union S we can write. So T is said to be union of these two relations R and S. So for all X comma Y belongs to R, or for all X comma Y belongs to S, we can write a relationship that for all X comma Y is also going to belong to T, or for all X comma Y belongs to X comma X into Y. Okay, or a product of X and Y we can write. So that is the union relationship which we can get. That means what here we are simply performing the operation on the relations obtained. So R is relation, S is relation. Say for example, you can perform operations on this. It is nothing but extended relations on the fuzzy sets. Now when you do this really, for fuzzy relations, union of fuzzy relations we can write as equal to T is equal to X comma Y ordered pair and mu T of X comma Y, where mu T is nothing but a union operation. Union means what? Maximum function, maximum function implementation we can write. This is nothing but criteria. So what we can think of is nothing but criteria of the member functions. So the criteria max of mu R comma mu S member functions we can take in sequence. If you'll write mu of R union S, we'll write mu R comma mu S. If you'll take mu of S union R, we'll write here as mu S of xy comma mu R of xy. So this is the relation we can write. So this is nothing but the relation for the total our relationship for your R and S here I can write here as. So in terms of the belongingness, what we can write? For all X comma Y belongs to R, or for all X comma belongs to S, we can have X for all X comma Y belongs to X into Y we can write. So this is the relationship which we can get it for union of fuzzy relationships. So it is simply going to be a nested relationship I can have. So this relationship can also be called as the T is nothing but a fuzzy relationships for union operation I can write. Similarly, we can have it for intersection relationships. So we'll try to end up our session with this intersection of crisp relationships. Let R and S be the crisp relations defined on the space X into Y. Then the intersection is defined by what? R intersection is. Intersection means minimum value we can have. So T is said to be the intersection of R and S. Then we can write the belongingness relationship as for all X comma Y belongs to R and for all X comma belongs to S. Then this equation holds good. Then X for all X comma Y belongs to T. The R for all X comma Y belongs to X into Y. So this is the relationship we can have, similar to the previous union relationship. Now this we can write for the intersection of fuzzy relations as T is equal to ordered pair of X comma Y mu T of X comma Y for all X comma Y belongs to X into Y we can write. So intersection means minimum function. So here order is going to be R followed by S. Therefore here also membership functions will write mu R followed by mu S. For all the ordered pairs X and Y will write as it is. Therefore we can write the belongingness something like this. For all X comma Y belongs to R and for all X comma Y belongs to S, R for all X comma Y belongs to X R Y X into Y we can write. So if we change the order from R to S by S to R, something like S intersection R, here also will change mu S of XY comma mu R of XY we can write, minimum function. So this is the relationship for intersection of fuzzy relations as we can write. Okay. So these two are the extensible relations using the operations on fuzzy sets called as union of fuzzy relations, intersection of fuzzy relations. Okay. So with this we end up our session. In the next session we go with further extensible relationships on the fuzzy operations. Thank you very much for the today's session.